Tributes rented the air at the burial of the late Lady Felicia falodun ní Olútọ́lá, held at the St. Gregory Catholic Pro-Cathedral, EKITI, as families, friends, and guests bid the deceased farewell. Reverend Pius Famusaya said the deceased lived a life of service to humanity and God, calling on all mortals to think of where they will spend their eternity. It was Thanksgiving time, and the children of the late Felicia falodun were joined by guests to acknowledge God for a life well spent. The remains of the deceased was thereafter interred.
Bọ́sẹ̀dé Falodun, erùpẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ní ìwọ, ó yóò sì padà di erùpẹ̀ ilẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n Olúwa yóò gbé ọ dìde ní ọjọ́ ìkẹyìn.
In separate interviews, the children of the deceased described her as a kind-hearted woman who was nice to a fault. They also described her as a prayer warrior.
I didn't get to live with her for too long. I lived with her until I was 12, before I moved with my older sister. So I always feel I didn't get enough time to spend with her. But she was over generous to a fault.
She's gentle, but she can be fierce when you step out of line. She's a disciplinarian in her own quiet way. But most importantly, she's a child of God. She was full of strength. She was quiet, but she was strong. She was focused. Her faith was built on Christ. It's everything, but then I miss most our calls and our prayers. Mama is always calling on me. She's always asking about school.
Guests were later entertained at the playing ground, while a live band performed to the admiration of the guests. The late Felicia falodun, who lived for a century, was a reputable teacher and highly industrious. She is survived by children and grandchildren. Abimbola Adegboyega reporting.